Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are here to talk about some brand new products from Lunar Beauty. So if that is something you're interested in watching, you're in the right place. We're about to get into it.
I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf.
So Manny MUA has a cosmetics company known as Lunar Beauty, as most of you guys already know. The recent release from them prior to this one was the Greek Goddess collection, and we reviewed that here on this channel. Loved that palette, loved that highlighter formula. In addition to that, he's also released those single highlighters. I actually keep mine front and center because, once again, Lunar Beauty has probably one of my favorite highlighter formulas out of all the formulas that I've tried out there in the industry. So I was really excited to see that they were coming out with some more products. Now this launch, while it doesn't include a highlighter, it does include some lip products and an eyeshadow palette. Now Life's a Drag, that palette is one of my favorite palettes. I love the eyeshadow formula. I think it's stunning. Greek Goddess was more of a neutral palette. Absolutely love that palette as well. This palette is called Strawberry Dream, and there's a little bit of criticism out there about maybe having some repeat colors in here, but we're going to talk about it. I actually like this palette. It is very colorful. It isn't your everyday neutral type of palette. That's what Greek Goddess was here for. It is very bright, very bold, and it's very themed around kind of that pinky strawberry type of colors. So before we get into the palette itself, I do want to show you the 3 lip products that are part of this collection. So when it comes to the lip products, we have 2 liquid lipsticks and 1 gloss. And I have to say, I think my favorite is actually the gloss. I really like it, although there are some beautiful colors in the liquid lipsticks. Let's start there. I do want to start with the liquid lipsticks. This is what they look like. They're actually in these really gorgeous components. For those of you that may not remember the original components that came out with the Greek Goddess collection, were these beautiful components that had these little diamonds on the top. This follows that same type of design. I'll show you a close-up of it here. You have that same kind of design of the diamond on the top. However, this is a black ombre with the holographic lettering on it. I do think the component itself is absolutely stunning. It's incredibly different, very different from anything that we've ever seen before. Now, the liquid lipstick formula that Lunar Beauty has is actually a liquid lipstick formula that I really like because it is more of a comfort matte type of formula. So they really focused on comfort as opposed to that kind of matte liquid lipstick that you apply and it locks down and then it doesn't move for the rest of the day. But usually those types of liquid lipsticks are not very comfortable. They tend to kind of line up on you on the inside of your lip right there, and you know, they just don't look the best. So this is not that type of a matte liquid lipstick. These are definitely going to need to be reapplied throughout the day. I typically will have to reapply mine once, maybe twice. If I'm wearing it for like 10 hours, I'll probably have to reapply it like twice, 1 or 2 times. But it's not like you have to put it on every hour like you would a lip gloss or something like that. It does last on the lips. It just doesn't have that really hardcore lockdown type of technology in it. But I like that because it makes it more comfortable. So if I had to choose my druthers, I would rather have one that's like this. Not only is the component really pretty, but he actually picked out two really pretty colors. This is Daydream, and they have these kind of pointy ballerina tip applicators on them. And then this is, I want to say it's like a nude brownie pink color, right up my alley. I absolutely love that color. And then you have Dreamsicle. Now this is incredibly bright. The pigment in it is gorgeous. It's just this really vivid kind of hot pink color right here. So these are the two liquid lipsticks that have come out in this launch. And again, this color right here, which is Daydream, is my favorite. I absolutely love it. I've worn it a lot over the course of the last couple of days. I really enjoy it. Not as much as the gloss, however. So this is the lip gloss. This is called the Dreamy Lip Gloss. I'll give you a close-up of this component here. Now, as you can see with the Dreamy Lip Gloss, you have this white component that's like a white ombre with the jewel on the top. I think it's a very sleek, very chic, and then of course it has the holographic lettering as well. One thing that I do really like about this lip gloss is the flocked doe foot applicator. It's really big and it's really soft and really cushy, and it feels amazing on the lips. It's a beautiful applicator. But I also really like this gloss formula as well. It's like this really pretty pinky nude lip gloss. I actually have it on tonight, and it just looks stunning over any kind of nude lipstick that you put on. It's just like this liquid glass type of effect, and it's gorgeous. It's not sticky, it's not stringy. All of your hair doesn't like whip around and stick to your mouth. So it's a beautiful formula. I love this lip gloss. And I like the lip gloss that he came out with in the Greek Goddess collection as well. So definitely am a fan of this formula. So keep in mind that the lipsticks retail for $18 a piece, and then the gloss retails for $17. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you actually go directly to the Lunar Beauty website, he's doing a lot of different bundles as well. So you can possibly get a bundle that includes all of these, and it's probably at a discounted rate. If I'm not mistaken, I think the bundle is $42 for all three. Now on to the superstar of this collection, which is my personal favorite, and that is the Strawberry Dream eyeshadow palette. You guys, this does not do this component justice. It is so pretty that I was like taken aback for a minute. When you first open this and you first take a look at it, this moon, first of all, it's raised. So the moon itself looks 3D. And the white that covers the moon is made out of this like holographic type, very reflective kind of material. And the little stars that are on here are incredibly reflective. So it almost gives the front of the palette this very 3D type of look. I'll try and show you guys what I mean here, but the component on this is absolutely stunning. It does give you this very pinky, sunsetty, this very ethereal, dreamlike type of component. I think it's gorgeous. It has Lunar Beauty on the back, and then of course it goes over all of the Lunar Beauty social handles. It has the cruelty-free bunny on the back, in addition to the name of the palette right here on the front. So definitely a component win. I absolutely love it. I think that the components all go together as part of like a very cohesive type of theme. So I think that that was done very, very well. Now, in contrast to his last palette, this palette is no joke when it comes to color. So the actual palette is incredibly colorful, you guys. I mean, you are talking these bright colors. You have these beautiful pigments down here along the bottom. You have a middle row that's more, I would say, kind of transition type colors, and then you have these very pretty shifty metallics that go across the top. This color right here is a beautiful, beautiful duochrome that is absolutely stunning. This is a very interesting formula, this formula right here. It's almost like a crystallized type of formula, and it just has like this blue reflect to it where it's very translucent when you look at it from the side, or when your eye is like somebody catches your eye from the side. But when you shift and look directly on, it has a very blue tone to it. So if you look here on the top of my hand, you don't really see anything. But when you tilt it forward and the light hits it, it just goes from transparent to like blam. All of a sudden you have this really stunning shine that almost looks like liquid metal. I think it's just gorgeous. A very, very unique formula that looks incredible on the lid over any color as like a topper if you want to give it just a little bit of an extra effect. So I love that. That's called Blue Diamond. Then of course you have the other pans in the palette. The middle row, I'll show you guys close up what I mean, but the middle row has like the moon with some stars stamped and pressed into the shadow itself, which I think is really, really cool. And then again, you have these beautiful shimmer shades in addition to these really pigmented, beautiful, bright, bold colors here along the bottom row itself. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying, well, wasn't Life a Drag? Didn't he have these same blues and these same pinks in it? And I will say, just so that you guys have a quick point of reference, so this is the Life's a Drag palette. Obviously this side of the palette was very neutral, and then you have a lot of these bright colors here on the top. So if we were to just cover up the neutrals so that you guys can just see the really pretty colors, you can see that these two look very similar. These two blues here, and then these two blues are supposed to be similar, and then obviously the pink. So obviously you can see the difference in the blues. I think that this is much more of a royal blue than this one is, which is fishy. This Kiki is much more of a teal, whereas this is more of a kind of blue sky type of blue. So yes, they're both blue, but they're very, very different shades of blue. When it comes to this pink, this is Kai Kai, and this is Pink Flash. Now, Kai Kai is more of like a, in my opinion, she's more of like a, I want to say like, here, I'll show you. So this is Kai Kai right here, and then this is Pink Flash, which will be right here. So Kai Kai is, I want to say like a light type of pink. I don't want to say neon because it's a little bit more of a muted type of pink. But Pink Flash, you guys, is like this darker, like hot, like blam type of pink, as you can see here. It is very like in your face, incredibly pigmented, and it looks really, really pretty on the eye itself. So I definitely understand, I guess, the comparison between the two. But I think, you know, there's only so many colors in the rainbow, guys. So you're probably going to get similar colors as additional palettes come out with Lunar Beauty. But for the most part, they are very, very different. And this palette is pretty much completely different from the Greek Goddess palette. So this is your Strawberry Dream palette, and then this is the Greek Goddess palette. Obviously, very neutral palette here, and this one is much more colorful. So I love this palette. I love the formula that's in this palette because I am, as you can see, a big fan of this eyeshadow formula. I have always been a big fan of it. I love the performance. I think it blends beautifully on the eye. I think it looks stunning. These colors are gorgeous. This color right here, Lightning, is a very kind of gold, shifty type of gold that just looks really, really pretty on the eye. It's like this white that has, it's a gold that has like a white shift through it. So it's just really pretty. It's just very different and very unique. In addition to that, you also have a very gold in here, and then of course you have pink and purple metallics that just look really pretty on the eyes. I have this palette on my eyes tonight. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys application here. They just blend beautifully. This eyeshadow formula has always been a formula that I am a huge fan of. I really enjoy working with it. It is just stunning. It really is one of those kind of blend yourself type formulas. And if you've ever tried different eyeshadow formulas from Lunar Beauty, then you already know the quality is going to be stunning. Now, I will say that on the website, they have all of the ingredients laid out for each and every shadow, so you know the difference between what is a shadow, what is a pressed pigment, etc. So feel free to look that up on the website. But other than that, you have a 15 shade color palette. Again, that is just inspired by strawberry skies and dreamy, soft, and sultry type of colorful combinations of color. So you're going to have mattes, you have shimmers, and of course it does have a very subtle smell. It has a very subtle scent to it. It's not overwhelming, like it's not you open it up and you're like, oh my god, it smells. It's not like that. It has this very subtle kind of strawberry shortcake type of scent. It's actually really cute, but that doesn't translate to the eyes or anything. You don't continue to smell that as the day goes on, so it's not something that you carry with you. It's just a nice little effect when you actually open the palette. It's kind of neat, but you also do have a big huge mirror inside of the palette to use as well. Overall, it's a 15 pan palette that has very unique original formulas in here, especially these two, Blue Diamond and Lightning. I think those two are incredibly unique. The metallics in this palette are gorgeous. The mattes and the shimmers in here are stunning. Overall, well done. I love the color story. I think anybody that likes pinks and purples and some bold pops of blue, you will be a fan of this palette. Now, this palette itself retails for $48. Now, again, if you go to Lunar Beauty, they do have some different bundle options available on the website. If I'm not mistaken, you can get the entire collection, which is all three of the lip products, and the palette itself is $80 for everything. And then you can also just do the lipsticks, or you can just do the palette. You can do it however you'd like, but absolutely Erica approved. As always, the quality is amazing. I really do look forward to products when Lunar Beauty launches them, just because it's one of those brands that I know I can count on at this point to produce good quality palettes, great highlighters, good liquid lipstick formulas. I think they've established some consistency in the market as far as their brand is concerned, which is exciting for a new brand. By the time they're rolling around to that third palette and they've knocked it out of the park again with formula, finish, blendability, practicality, price point, etc., now you're really starting to build some consistency for the brand, and that's always exciting. So especially for an indie brand. So let me know what you guys are thinking about the Strawberry Dreams collection down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys are considering getting your hands on the Strawberry Dreams color palette and the liquid lipsticks. I would like to know if you guys are planning on getting this one or not. Let's get a conversation going down in the comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. Become a member of the Approved Crew and come follow me over at Erica Approved on Instagram. And if you're new here, welcome. We're so glad you came by. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave. Definitely give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot, especially in this day and age of YouTube. All of us smaller influencers are out here struggling for our lives. So give this video a thumbs up. It does help a lot. And as always, I hope you guys are all very happy and very, very healthy. And I will see you guys in our next video. Mwah.